Well, we're going to take a quick look at satellite imagery, and no, this isn't clouds rolling through across the area. This is actually snow that you can see from the satellite up in space. Now, what you're going to notice is you can actually see some of the landscape that comes along with it. And here is the Illinois River going through, and you can actually see some of the water drainage that kind of breaks off from that. That would be something that we call subsidiary, and of course that's whenever we start to talk about other lakes, rivers, streams, and ponds. You can kind of get a little bit of that here in Decatur, where Lake Decatur is. Of course, you start to get down toward south, and you can see a little bit of Lake Shelbyville there as well. So that's something that's really cool. Now, I geek out with this. This is, of course, what I'm getting my master's degree in. But another thing that we start to look at when you look at this is what is albedo. This is an important factor that we look at every time we get some snow. So albedo is just simply defined as a fraction of energy, in this case we're looking at sunlight, that gets reflected by a certain surface. This could be snow, this could be, of course, roads and concrete. So roads, darker objects absorb more energy, and that's why they tend to heat up a bit quicker, especially you notice this during the summer. Now, snow is a little bit of a different thing. Of course, it's a lighter object, and it reflects it. Now, this may be basic. You always hear us say you want to wear lighter clothes during the summer, but this is exactly how we start to get some of that snow blindness. This is whenever it's extremely bright out during the winter season, whenever you have the snow on the ground. It's not because the snow is necessarily white, it's because the sun is reflecting off of that at a perfect angle to cause poor vision or blindness for temporary concern. Now, that is obviously an issue that we have every time we get deep enough snow, and that's been the case today, but you can see that some of the snow has melted. In fact, here, of course, is South Shores Drive. Of course, darker objects, the snow melted pretty quickly. Think of roofs for that matter. But the sun beginning to set across central Illinois on a Florida America Tower camera, that's what we're picking up here. It's been a gorgeous day if you like winter weather. And even if you don't, the positive thing to take away from this is the sunshine that we have seen as well across the area. So temperatures, you're going to notice 18 degrees in Jacksonville, 17 here in Decatur, as well as down along that I-70 corridor. 12 degrees in Champaign. The wind obviously been a bit breezy out of the west right now, 10 to 15 miles per hour, but out of the west to southwest as we start to progress into tomorrow. But the wind at the same time is making the teens feel like single digits. So 5 degrees in Champaign, 4 degrees in Decatur, big old goose egg if you're up in Danville, Vermilion County area. Obviously this changes from minute to minute, location to location, but grand scheme of things, as the stronger winds, obviously the colder it's going to feel. Quite a bit of sunlight outside across central Illinois. Again, satellite radar is going to continue to keep us dry across the area. Big reason for that is an area of high pressure that's up towards the great northwest, and with that comes, of course, some sunshine. So Futurecast doesn't change a whole lot going into tonight. A little bit of concern as temperatures will drop into the teens, maybe the mid-teens in some cases across central Illinois. We really don't notice much of a difference moving forward. So realistically, there's not much to look at on Futurecast because from this point moving forward, it's nothing but sunshine. But some we're keeping tabs on is some warmer air that could start to roll through as we get into later on this week. We're looking at about midweek, the possibility of a major warm-up. So again, getting into tomorrow, temperatures actually getting around 39 degrees. The sunlight mixing with the warmth across central Illinois going to be beneficial to getting that snow to melt. And why I bring that up is because until that snow melts, temperatures you may actually see drop a degree or two. But once that snow melts, that 58 could quickly turn into 60 degrees. It's just as long as we have the snow on the ground, of course, that warm air has to move over that, and it kind of quickly cools that off. So still looking at the potential to make a run for about 60 degrees there. Maybe there comes a quick shower there as well because we're talking a few more clouds potentially. But even as temperatures drop off after that point in time, we start talking about mid-50s, even mid to lower 40s. That's still going to be above average, and we make a quick recovery as we get into next Saturday. We're talking high of 47. So it's been kind of a rough past 48 hours, turns into a very positive next 72 plus hours because this entire forecast remains above our average high, which this time of year is typically in the mid to upper 30s.